Hello, and welcome back everybody. In this video, just wanted to share a little bit of update since we last did our yellow with the Screaming Skull and yellow ochre. I set those off to the side, but just to show how close we are now when it comes to color matching. We're almost there. Not quite. Now, there are some spots that are perfect to here, but we're going to need a little bit of dark and gray. Um, and that's, but we'll get there. And we're going to be very sparing and intentional about that. But for now, I'm going to pop these arms off and we're going to fill these interstitial spaces with some Agrax Earth Shade. And this is very I'm doing this now because in the event that I don't get the dark spot dark and I actually get them on the high point, I can go back and touch up easier as compared to me getting completely finished with all the bone and then just trying to go back in later. Is that possible? Sure. As for me, I'm just going to err on the side of caution and give myself a little bit more forgiveness. So I'm going to shake that up. And there we go. Got our lid. I'm using a Royal Langnickel. This is Mini Majestic 3.0. And this brush has a nice little round bristle to it that extends far and gives me lots of control. So I'm going to go right up there in the lid and we're just going to get to it. I'll do one side here. I won't necessarily, oops, do the entire piece. Try to keep these videos short, but I'm going to get right in there. And we're just going to make a thin, fine line. There we go. And as we get further in, we've got more room to work with. And because I'm right-handed, I'm going to rotate the piece, dip back in, and get right into it. There we go. More on the brush. And just starting to jab there into the spine. I'll try to move it so you can see. There we go. That one. And there's one. And repeat the process. Going back through. Because I have such a thin little bristled brush, perfectly fine to have to dip more often. And in. And rotate the piece. And same thing as before, getting there into those vertebrae. Dip in, pull out, and repeat the process again on moving our way up the rib cage. And that's fine. And going in. Apply. And through. Good. And that one went right into the armpit, so there's no need to flip this one over. And did I accidentally touch it? No, what that is. All right. There we go. And back in. There we go. Apply a little bit more. I'm just going to drop some paint right in there. And if you accidentally get a little bit on a high point, you can just lift it off with your finger. The sooner you do it, the better. All right, and here. And as you can see, this is just I'm just being methodical instead of jumping around is going to be your friend here. And due to the sculpt, there is a spot here that's going to make a little bit more sense for me to come back at it this way. There we go. And continue on. And again, my method here of using the lid instead of dipping straight down is so that I don't load up the ferrule of the brush, which further gives me control of where this paint goes, how much my brush is carrying, and how much I am delivering. For me, and that's one of the reasons why I will opt to use a little bit smaller of a brush than maybe the bigger brush. But when the situation warrants, I will absolutely use a bigger brush. But for fine work like this, I'm comfortable. These little mini Majestic brushes, I've been using them for a couple years now. And by a couple, I mean like almost like two right on the nose, because it was not too much longer after Christmas that I got some of these as a gift, and um, I really enjoy them. Just it's almost the way that the brush handle is shaped is almost like a pen or a pencil. You know, if you've ever used a zebra pen, you know the kind of control that you have with that writing utensil in your hand. So these mini Majestic brushes are very much in that same vein, where you know where things are going. So hopefully, peek behind the camera and see if this is translating. Yeah, I know that there's some shadow play with the light, but so far I am literally just. I'm actually going to touch back in here. There we go. Wipe off the excess. But just to keep going, I'll do one more of these here. Just try to finish up this side on the front. Just to give some indication of the progress here. And more than likely, I'm going to go back through and hit this with another round just on this side before I even move over there. Or actually, no, I think I will do the other side. Just give this plenty of time to dry. But there we have it. This side, we've got our hands a little bit on the back there, but we'll keep going through all these little interstitial spaces, and what that'll do is it'll give that rib cage that more the depth. And let me pull one that is done over here, and where you can see where, and on this one I actually gave this rib cage a little bit more dirt, but nevertheless, my point is that in those interstitial spaces, it just makes that skeleton pop even more. So hopefully you're enjoying this project so far, and if you're following along, hopefully you're having the same level of success. Hope you're having fun, finding the joy of painting, and that the content that I'm putting together helps you and whatever does your painting. So I'll see you in the next.